Welcome back to another video. My name is Aisha. For those who are new here, I share family related content here on my YouTube channel and also day in the life vlogs together with my international family here living in South Korea. And today I'm going to share a week of dinners that I'm going to prepare for my family of 4, soon to be 5. In this upcoming week. I'm saying family of 4 because there's my husband, my daughter, and my Korean Jindo dog. So she counts as family as well. And of course, the baby boy here. So what I want to say first is that this video is not a video that is showing how to eat healthy during pregnancy or what you should eat during pregnancy or what you should eat with a toddler, like what a toddler should eat. My daughter is 16 months old now. But it's more an inspiration and also some ideas, dinner ideas that you can get from this video. I got a lot of requests from you guys showing what my daughter eats in a day or what I eat in a day. But since our days are pretty, not really very much scheduled, and we usually have only one main meal in the day, and this happens to be the dinner because that's the time when everyone is at home. Also, ever since my husband decided to change his work schedule so that he's able to be more with his family, we decided to have family dinners every day, and also thankfully that's possible now, and that's also a way to engage as a family when during the day everyone is busy doing their own stuff, so we can share our thoughts. Of course, now my daughter is not talking a lot, but still getting this family ritual. That's really important for me and I want to keep that up, so that's why I'm also trying to make good and enjoyable dinners for my family, and I need to take in account, of course, that everyone is satisfied, like that my husband is satisfied with the choices of meal, that the food is appropriate for my toddler. So you will see some recipes that are suitable for adults but then can be very easily changed for a toddler, or that are just suitable for a toddler anyway. And also I'm focusing that apart from spicy food that I'm not giving to my toddler yet, I want to make sure that she's already getting used to ingredients such as onions or garlic or also a little bit of pepper. So that's why I'm trying to mix a little bit and also to have always different food so she will get used to it. And since we live in Korea, I sometimes make Korean food, and sometimes, since I'm from Italy, I do Italian food. And also there's one more meal in here on my list that it's from my hometown, so it's special from my hometown. So maybe you might have not heard of it, maybe yes, like it's not an Italian, typical Italian food. And what I take care about when preparing 1 week's meal plan is usually the ingredients that I need, and I try to plan the dinner so that there's still always something different every day, but that I'm not always buying new ingredients for each dinner. So that's why I'm trying to, if I want to eat something that requires a special ingredient, I try to use that ingredient the next day as well for another recipe. So long story short, let's get started and have fun watching and eating with us. Vattnet är hit då.
자, 잘 먹겠습니다.
잘 먹겠습니다. 맛있어.
맛있어? 자, Yes, perfect.
먹겠습니다. 좋다.
Mahlzeit. Schmeckt's? Ist lecker? Lasagne. Sag mal Lasagne.